Oh, great. Okay.
Hello.
Hi
Hi.
there. Are we streaming, Connor? Great. Okay. So, Claire, thank you for joining us. Just for people watching, this is Claire Asher, who is, am I right? You're the manager of the UK Robotics and Autonomous Systems Network.
Yes, that's
and
right.
Just tell us what the network is, just to remind me and to tell people listening.
Of course. First of all, thank you very much for having me today. So the UK-RAS Network stands for Robotics and Autonomous Systems Network, and we are a network of 32 universities across the UK, funded by the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. And the aim of the network is to kind of bring together the robotics and AI community in the UK, and to kind of act as a hub for the activities that are going on, both academic and more kind of public facing. So we run a variety of different events, challenges, competitions, workshops throughout the year. Some of them are aimed at a public audience like this. Some of them are aimed more specifically at industry or at particular groups of academics working on certain areas. And we produce publications as well. We produce a white paper series. We do an annual early career researcher conference. So it's very busy. I've been managing the network for about a year and a half now. And yeah, it's exciting.
And this week you're particularly busy because it's the UK Festival of Robotics Week.
Yes.
So tell me what this is all about then.
Sure. So the UK Festival of Robotics started on Saturday. It's a 7-day celebration of all things robotic. And the aim of it is to kind of really bring robotic innovations to the public, to offer people the opportunity to interact with robots and with the people who are creating them, to ask questions, to try and understand robotics better, and really to bring these issues and these developments and innovations to a broader audience. And we're running, so this year our events are exclusively online, partly obviously because of COVID restrictions, but also I think one of the things we found over the last year is that online events really offer the opportunity to bring in a much bigger audience than we could ever hope to get to in-person events, and it's reducing barriers. So we're seeing people who don't normally engage with in-person robotics events being able to get involved. So that's really exciting. Yeah.
So we're here all week as part of UK Robotics Week, broadcasting live from the Sheffield University Diamond. We did have a bit of live robots earlier, and we are going to have people teleoperating robots. We had some teething issues today, but we hope it will be in full flow tomorrow. And people can still sign up for that by visiting the UK-RAS Festival of Robotics Week web pages. But tell us about some of the other events that people have organised for this week.
Sure. Yeah, we've got loads going on. So as you said, obviously MiRo Maze is running every day for the week. We also have something called RockX, Robotic Cave Explorer, which is an online game you can play throughout the week. It was created by the students at the Farscope CDT. And I've had a little play over the weekend. It's really great. You get to pilot a little robot as it navigates its way through an underground cave system, and try to kind of track down the mystery of what happened to the robot that went before it.
Right.
So that's a really fun game, and you can also join the webinar at 5 p.m. today, where the researchers will be talking more about the motivations behind that and how they developed it.
I take it you're piloting a simulated robot, not an actual robot in a cave?
Yes, no, this is purely digital. It's just a little online game, but it shows you the kind of the simulated camera feed from this imaginary robot, as well as LiDAR and all sorts of other sensors. And yeah, it's good fun. They've done a fantastic job in putting that together. I'm very impressed.
Oh, it sounds good. I think I might have to have a go. Is it a competition? Do you get
No, it's just a game. I think not sure how it's scored, but no, it's not no competitive element here. It's just supposed to be fun.
So,
Could you tell us again and say often as we go on, where everybody can find all of the events that are happening? Is it the UK
Sure.
website?
Yes, the UK-RAS website. So that's ukras.org/robotics festival or robotics week. Both will take you to the same page. And we have all of our events listed on there. for people to look at. We also have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go on.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, tell us what else is happening. Yeah.
Sure. So we have a few different opportunities to kind of remotely control robots. In addition to the MiRo Maze, we have an event tomorrow called Mosaics with Swarm Robot Tiles. And the idea there is that the audience are going to each be able to control one member of a swarm of robots. And together they can create collaborative works of art. So it's kind of a science art hybrid, which I think will be really good fun. And then I have to plug our big event on Wednesday, 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. on YouTube, Robot Lab Live, where we've got 16 different teams from all across the UK who are all going to simultaneously be demoing different robotics technologies they've been working on. So it's everything from medical robotics to nuclear robotics. We've got a robot that cooks eggs. It's really fantastic. So that's 4 p.m. till 6 p.m. on YouTube on Wednesday.
These will actually be real robots in labs doing things, live streaming it through Twitch.
Not Twitch, just YouTube.
Just YouTube. And basically anything could go wrong and probably will. I would
Yes,
think
yeah. So it's all happening live from all across the country. So yes, anything can and will go wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah, because the problem with YouTube a lot of the time is people put up the video of the time that the robot did it just the way it's supposed to, and not the other 9 times when it did something unexpected.
Yes, but I think it's the unexpected ones are probably also maybe even more interesting than when it goes right.
Absolutely.
We can learn more from those experiences.
Definitely.
They show the reality of robotics, which is that it's still very experimental. Doing things with robots is difficult, and we're still figuring it out. Outside the industrial robots, so obviously they are very reliable and do stuff very accurately for thousands of hours. But something like, did you say frying an egg?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see that because does the robot crack the egg by itself, or?
I think you do have to crack the egg for the robot, but it does a very good job of scrambling it, and then it can take it off the hob when it's cooked. So that's very helpful.
But not yet ready for the home. So sort of
not quite. No,
your robot that will make you cook breakfast isn't quite available yet.
No, but coming soon, hopefully, to a kitchen near you. And yeah, on Robot Lab Live, obviously, they'll all be taking questions from the audience, so people can, ask questions live, ask them to show off particular features. It should be good fun.
There's I've read Harry Potter novels with all my children, and there's a line in one of the Harry Potter novels that wizards say that we can't help but showing off when we get together. Roboticists are like wizards. We all want to show off when we get together. Like, my robot can crack an egg, and my robot can bake an egg, and my robot can do this and that. And it's probably a really healthy thing, isn't it? Because coming from somebody who's not from an engineering background and coming to UK-RAS later, I think one terrific thing about it is, there's the competitive angle. There's a bit of showing off, but it's really something that's always amazed me about robotics is it's really collaborative endeavor. There's always, and not just to make an individual robot, it takes a village, right? You need your electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, your software programmers, and psychologists, and even your English lit PhDs. But you also, between the different robotics departments as well, there's sometimes a healthy rivalry, but there's genuine love for each other and genuine desire to support one another, I find. So
definitely, yeah. And a number of the teams that are showing off on Wednesday are collaborations. So actually, although they're live streaming through one source, they're coming from 3 or 4 different locations in the UK. And that wasn't quite how I imagined it when I planned the event, but I think it's fantastic, as you said, because of this kind of, this collaborative element. I think it's really great.
Oh, it sounds really exciting, and I look forward to the chaos that ensues. We are
beautiful chaos.
This event is also being coordinated from multiple locations. So Michael is in his plush office at home, and the rest of us are in the Diamond, and then people are logging in from all over the UK.
So, on that, Claire, can I just ask a quick question about that? As somebody who now is isolating because I've been told to, how much do you think this is maybe the way of the future for, because I've been involved in a few festivals of robotics now, and this seems to have a very good reach, doesn't it, this year? I mean, it's sad because of the COVID. We can't be there necessarily, but is there some opportunities in that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think we've over the last year we began by feeling like, oh, we have to put some online events. We have to try and convert our in-person events to being online. And actually, now we've realised that it has many benefits in its own right. And I think going forward, we would definitely be looking at doing a kind of hybrids of online and in-person events.
So, because I think something that's, and I wonder, obviously, I think you've noticed that COVID has accelerated a lot of technologies and the acceptance of it. I think we were already headed for a cashless society, and now I think COVID accelerated. So, do you think that COVID has accelerated that people's willingness to robotics? That may be an expression we just invented, but there's more of a need for it.
Yeah, I think over the last year, people have become more aware of robotics and of what it can do, and they've seen some of the ways that it's been so helpful in terms of disinfecting or delivering supplies and things like that. That it has come up in the public eye a lot more, and I think that's definitely a benefit. I think a lot of people have a kind of an anxiety or a nervousness about the idea of robotics becoming more integrated into our lives. But I'm hoping that, as people have been seeing the benefits of it and this ability to remotely operate robots, I think it's a real boost to kind of people's appreciation of robotics and hopefully their acceptance. And that's another thing, we want to try and achieve with the UK Festival of Robotics is try and break down these barriers and address why people maybe feel uncomfortable and help them to get used to robots, to understand them better and to feel more comfortable, because I think they are going to become an increasingly big part of our lives, whether people like it or not. And so I'd like them to like it.
So Claire, one of the other things that the network is doing is publishing some white papers. So, and I think we've got some new ones this year. Can you explain what a white paper is and what publications we've got coming out? Because they're free for anyone to download and read, aren't they?
Yeah, so we've been running our white paper series since 2015 when the network started, and each one takes a topic in robotics and tries to kind of break it down, often to look at challenges or opportunities, to offer recommendations, and they're written it not for specialists. So anybody who's interested can download those from our website, and they should be an accessible kind of an interesting read. We've got 2 new white papers coming out in July, and one of them is about skills and education in robotics and autonomous systems. And I think it's a fantastic paper. It's just looking at what the skills gaps are for people to become more involved in robotics and in future years, and kind of really trying to arm the UK workforce with the skills they're going to need to work successfully in that future. And we also have an update to our surgical robotics white paper, looking at the UK surgical robotics scene and how that is being translated from academia into hospitals and into commercial settings.
Yeah, and
if you could send the links to those, and we'll make sure to include them in the YouTube, Twitch archive.
Sure.
Yeah, I was involved with the skills and education one, and I think we're going to get the lead author on that, Richard Waterston, to come and talk about it as one of our interviews this week. So yeah, so we'll find out more. And I don't know if there's somebody on the surgery side that maybe we could talk to this week, if you could suggest that anyway, and you could let us know.
Yes, I can. I can put you in touch.
We'll be doing, I think, a few more of these interviews. We've got some more lined up, but there's space for a bit more.
They're great. I've been listening along earlier today, and I've been really enjoying it.
Good. Because for the rest of the day, it's been me and Michael talking to each other or wittering.
You've been doing a fantastic job of holding down the fort, and I think
Yeah.
I think one of you said earlier that it's not robotics if something doesn't go wrong, right? Like,
Yeah.
so
I think maybe we'll get some more robots in here tomorrow, Michael. Maybe we could bring in
more robots. Well,
some more robots.
I'm limited to the robots I have here. I think I have a couple kicking around.
Okay, well, if you got some there, you could also
Well,
activate those.
I'm not sure people want to see this little guy.
no.
But yeah, I think as I was saying, it's when you're this close to the cutting edge, things are definitely going to go wrong. Nobody wants to see yesterday's robot that works
Exactly,
perfectly. But I'll console myself with this idea that we are so far in advance of what is available to do anywhere else. So this is why we have problems sometimes. But there's another thing I tend to say is because we do a lot of public engagement. We've done live TV, recorded TV, radio, all sorts of things that there's an expression amongst the acting community of never work with children and animals, and I said you want to extend this to robots as well.
Definitely.
So
Especially
Claire, you've also got some activities going which are competitions, is that right? So
yes, obviously there's the MiRo Maze. We have a really fun game as well we're running called Tech Tag, where people can so that's a live stream event on Thursday from 5 p.m. where people can so it's a high-tech version of the schoolyard game Tag, and so there's 4 robots. One of the robots is tagged at any one time, and the idea is to try and catch the others. But the way that the audience control the robots is by voting. So it's kind of like a wisdom of the crowds kind of idea. So people are each assigned to one of the robot teams, and they can click on the map to say where they'd like the robot to go next. So that's got a competitive element. The aim is to be tagged for the shortest amount of time possible. We're also this week announcing the winners of our 2 of our competitions for kids. So this year and last year we ran a drawing competition called Draw a Robot and a story writing competition called Once Upon a Robot, and they were for primary school age children. And the Draw a Robot shortlist video is actually out on our YouTube channel now. And tomorrow we're having private award ceremonies with the schools because we can't live stream directly from the schools, but we will be holding the award ceremonies and awarding them their prizes, and then we will be announcing the winners formally on our website and on Twitter and so on.
Right. Well, we'll definitely look at the video. We'll maybe show it in the live stream tomorrow.
Oh, it'd be great.
I really like children's drawings. I used to, when I was in the psychology department, look at children's drawings from a developmental perspective to try and understand what children are thinking when they draw a picture of a person. Young children typically draw a circle with 2 legs, and we call it a tadpole. And they put the face on it as well. But I think increasingly kids draw robots, in the way that when I was a kid, I don't remember drawing robots. It wasn't even a thing.
No, I would have loved a competition like this when I was a kid. But yeah, it's so interesting to see the pictures that they draw and to understand what they're thinking, and it's both heartwarming and heartbreaking that a number of the robots are dealing with climate or environmental issues.
Right.
And it's clear that that's something that's very much at the forefront of their minds at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's great. And I think, do they tend to draw robots that look a bit like people, or are they just any size and shape, or
a real mixture, actually? Yeah, you get a lot of humanoid robots, but there've been many dog robots as well, and
dog robots.
some and yeah, some that are, I mean, just totally novel designs that I've never seen before. So,
great. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to definitely watch the video and see what the highlights are. Well, I think, Claire, we're going to wrap it up. Anything else you want to say about?
I guess just a reminder to go to ukras.org/robotics-festival, and you can find out about all the great things that are going on this week. And yeah, thank you so much for having me, and I'm very much looking forward to watching the tournament throughout the week.
Great. Well,
any Twitter handles you want to promote while you've got this fantastic platform in front of you?
Yes, well, at UK Robotics, that's our Twitter account, and you can also find all our tweets about the week with the hashtag RobotFest.
Yes, fantastic.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much, Claire, and yeah, please do continue watching the feed. I think it will get less chaotic, but I don't think we'll eliminate the chaos
We
completely.
like chaos. Embrace
We like
the
chaos.
Embrace the
Yeah.
chaos.
Definitely.
So see you again soon.
Great.
Bye-bye.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.